Hello, everybody, and welcome to Virtual Bourbon. My name is Steve Akley, and we have a fun event today. We have got one of our project series, and we're just kicking it off. This is round number 1 of 3. I always say these things are a little bit unsatisfying at the end because you're not going to know anything. And matter of fact, I poured these, but it's been a while. I mean, I've sent these out. You guys probably had it in your possession a while, actually. So you know that I don't remember things. I mean, I don't remember what I had for breakfast today, so I don't remember what these are or anything like that. And I don't have the key with me. On the last event, I'll have the key, so I'll be drinking like you guys. I'll be just tasting the stuff blind, and we'll see what happens. So 3 of them are Tennessee whiskeys, classified as Tennessee whiskey, and 3 of them are bourbons, Kentucky bourbons. So the battle here is Kentucky bourbon versus Tennessee whiskey. There's a few ways we'll slice and dice this thing at the end. Ultimately, the winner is the most important thing, I would say. You want to win that, and then of course we'll declare whoever the winner is. Then it's either Kentucky bourbon or Tennessee whiskey is the best. And then, but then I think it's probably important to look to how many are in the finals. So did more Kentucky bourbon make it to the finals or more Tennessee whiskey? And then maybe we'll look at overall how they placed and see just kind of take some liberties there and see overall who really did better, because the ultimate champion, maybe that's the only one that did good and the rest were kind of bad. So but it'll be fun to look at, as these things always are. They tend to be. So like I said, we don't know anything about these. They could be any proof. They just have to be classified as Tennessee whiskey and or Kentucky bourbon. So that's all that we know going in. So with that, we're going to try our first one. We'll do our normal thing where we'll go up A all the way to F, and then we'll go back the other way, and then we'll rank them. That's what you guys are going to be doing. So be thinking about that as you go. You're going to rank them 1 to 6, 1 being your favorite, 6 being your least favorite at the end. And then we will have scoring and we'll know who moves on. 3 out of the 6 will move on. And again, there's no guarantees. It could be 0 Kentucky bourbon. It could be 0 Tennessee whiskey that move on. It's just whatever is the best tasting as we deem it. So with that, let's go ahead and pour B, because we pour 1 ahead. We got A in the glass as we started. Let's pour B, but then we set that aside, as we know. And then we'll grab A, and that's the one we're going to be talking about. That's the one we're tasting and talking about. So here we go. A. Ooh. Okay, I think we're off to a good start here. I like that one on the nose. It's kind of leathery, but also fruity too at the same time. For me. What are you guys thinking?
Definitely a sweet, fruity note.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm getting that fruity note myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to be so bold as to say what fruit we're nosing here?
I think I'm getting
Fruit
some
Loops. Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops
right off. That was crazy.
Fruit Loops is not bad, actually.
Look, long as he doesn't say Flintstones vitamins.
Fruit Loops. So we may get, who knows? We may get Flintstone vitamins in this thing. We never know. Jason, what did you were saying something?
I said apple peel.
Apple peel. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's kind of a lot of things going on there. There's definitely some sort of apple pie-ish note to it for sure. Yeah. If Mr. Bill wasn't here, you guys know what I'd be saying. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. Well, that's interesting because it's kind of fruity, florally. What else?
Yeah, I'm definitely getting more of like a mixed bag of fried pie fruit filling.
Fried pie fruit filling, yeah.
But just kind of all of them.
Mm-hmm. Mixed berry fried pie or something like that.
It's not unpleasant, but I don't get any of the typical bourbon notes like the vanilla or caramel or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you took mulling spices and you put it in apple juice.
Okay. Yeah.
Instead of like having actual cider, it's just you just took straight up juice and put some spices in it.
Yeah, I think that's where you were getting that apple pie on the nose, right? Because it's got apple and it's got those
Apple, pear,
patrons.
grape. Yeah, it's all like
Yeah.
well, if you got like that fruit cocktail kind of drink, they have 8 different juices in there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still pulling some kind of that funky barnwood. There's a new one.
Funky Barnwood. Okay.
Funky barnwood off the nose too.
Okay.
That one might have to go on the wheel.
Yeah.
Funky barnwood.
Yeah. I think so. Funky Barnwood.
Funky
It's
Barnwood.
the finish is kind of nice, though it's a little tannic on the finish too. The taste, you get some tannins there
Yeah.
that aren't
A
great.
little thin too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because the sweetness just disappears really quick, and the
Yeah.
only thing left is the barrel.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be nice if that fruit kind of hung around just a little bit longer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit dry finish too.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, you mold into from fruit pie to fruit tea.
Yeah. And then kind of, the aftertaste is not kind of great. It, like I said, it starts out in the beginning of the palate. It seems like it's got some promise, and then it kind of yields to something not as great. So I don't know. We'll see what time does to it. But Neil, what are your thoughts on this one as you taste it?
All the above. I mean, pretty much what everybody else said.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mean to defer it, but I can't think of anything that hasn't already been said.
Okay. Jason W. What do you think?
It's not bad. Seems like the more it opens up, I get a little bit of some kind of buttery note on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost that way to start out, and then, like Steve said, it's got promise starting out, and then not so much.
It stumbles a little bit at the finish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say the nose doesn't match the palate. I mean, I was expecting a little bit more, but it's
Yeah.
not bad.
Well, yeah, those tend to not be our favorites when they don't kind of some way match up a little bit better. But sometimes it'll surprise you in a very good way too. So that has happened. Andy, check in with you, see what your thoughts are.
I don't really have much to add other than, I mean, it is, the finish is very thin. It's
Mhm.
yeah, it just goes quick. And yeah, the nose is a little more promising than the actual taste.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
All right.
I'd say that could be a prime candidate for a right at 4 years, maybe a little early.
Okay. Okay. Anything else on tasting notes you want to throw in the mix, Mike?
Nah.
Okay. Last but not least, I'll go over to Bill. Bill, what are your thoughts?
This is not my favorite of the night.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
That's a little presumptuous of you.
You don't know that yet. It could end up being your favorite. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
not
what I
my
said.
favorite of the night so far.
So far.
What?
Okay.
Not your favorite horse in a one-horse race.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, let's pour C. And then we'll talk about B though. So we're going to put C aside. And B is the one we really want to talk about here. So C is in the glass. It's cast aside. B is the one we pick up. Okay, B.
I'm getting wood.
Wood.
I don't really pay extra for that.
Neil, what's up?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
Nail polish.
Nail polish. Okay.
yeah.
Nail polish. Ouch.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's not bad, but there's just not much there at all.
Hey,
Yeah. Just remember that A was going to be your least favorite of them.
Right.
wasn't
Bill,
it?
you may want to
Yeah.
reassess. We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. You're not holding out a lot of hope on the nose, but things happen. You never know. You never know. This could be.
And it's starting to pull some sweet, but man, you got to work at it.
Yeah.
There's not really much there.
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm not.
Really light on the nose. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, let's taste it. See where we got taste wise. I mean,
This is-
it matches the nose. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't let this be Tennessee.
Like if there was a way to make like barrel tea, like I mean, literally just water, and you just put the stave in it or something.
Yeah, barrel tea. It's a new thing. It's a new thing.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I forgot.
it's like you aged water that you were going to cut with, and then
Yeah.
forgot to add the whiskey.
What's the proof on this one, as we sometimes ask?
We will
Negative
find out
proof.
eventually. We'll find out eventually, but
I mean,
yeah.
there's some ethanol in there because that's like the one flavor I can pull is there's some ethanol in it. And
Got to be from Tennessee.
I'm so glad James is on here because he's representing Tennessee. So yeah. The rest I'm maybe rooting for Kentucky here. I don't know. I know the
Well, we don't
Robinsons,
have. It's not banana, and it's not
No.
Flintstones.
it's not banana or Flintstones. Yeah.
So we've eliminated, like half of Tennessee already.
right.
and there's no dill pickle either, so that kind of is the other flavor profile down the drain.
Yeah.
Kentucky barrel tea, maybe so.
Yeah, Steve, you need to be figuring that one out so you can sell it in the shop.
The Kentucky barrel tea. Yeah.
Kentucky barrel tea.
We'll have that on tap, I think is a way to do that.
Well, it could be Missouri barrel
There you go.
tea.
Missouri barrel tea.
Or
And
Tennessee.
that
They could
one
maybe this is Tennessee barrel
Tennessee
tea.
could be Tennessee barrel. Only if you
Business there, just
charcoal
different
filter.
states.
You
Yeah.
got to charcoal filter the tea before it goes in the barrel,
This
and
is
then
true.
it's Tennessee.
That is Tennessee. Yeah. Mike, any thoughts on this one taste wise?
Oof. I mean, it's not unpleasant. There's just nothing really there.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to find anything other than, it wants to have a little bit of a hug on it, but that's about all it's got.
Yeah.
And all of that seems to hang out on the palate. There's no head and south hug.
I agree. Not offensive, but just uninspired. I
Yeah,
would say.
that's a good way to do it. It's
Yeah.
you can drink it, but why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Mr. Bill, how about you?
Are you sure this isn't from Buena Vista, Colorado? Because this could be barrel aged water.
Oh, Lenny's barrel aged water, his famous barrel aged water. Yeah. Maybe it is. That's the secret.
It's like barrel aged water, and you threw a red hot in it
A single red hot
just to
or
make it spicy.
One.
Yeah.
Just one.
In the whole barrel.
And
One
the whole
red hot.
barrel, you got one.
53
Single red
gallons,
hot.
one red hot. Yeah.
One
Look,
red hot. There's
Yeah,
the red
find
hot.
the
Oh,
cinnamon.
what is it, a 32 gallon barrel? Didn't he have some of the smaller barrels?
Lenny, I don't think so. I think Lenny's are all 53s.
No, it could be a smaller barrel. It'd be darker.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, good point. Put a hat on, nobody will notice.
Be able to taste that red hot a lot better too.
Yeah. Yeah. Andy, anything you want to add to this one?
No, I would say this one is not my favorite of the night.
It's actually, I will announce this one. It's George T. Stagg. Collection. I thought I'd give you guys a treat.
Releasing.
No wonder they didn't release it this year.
Yeah, that's the one they did release. The
Is
Lost
it watered down like
Stag.
1 to 10 or 10 to 1?
Yeah. So interesting. The lost stag here. So Jason, how about you, man?
Yeah, I mean, I
Any-
agree. There's no faults in it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's
Yeah.
I know we pointed out a couple of negative notes, but that was because we had to strive so hard to find anything.
Right,
Um,
right.
So even
Yeah.
like that nail polish note, it was very faint, but there's just not a whole lot there.
Yeah, I agree. Not a whole lot there. Man, if you tried to make a cocktail with this, it's gone. You're tasting your fruity ingredients or whatever you're adding to it. That's what you're going to taste. That'll be nothing.
Yeah, this thing couldn't hold up to actual tea.
Right, right. Yeah. Yeah. Check in with the Robinsons, get their thoughts. Team Robinson.
I think it's definitely a weak nose. It's a watery, palate and mouthfeel. And the only reason I know it is even has alcohol in it is because of a little alcohol burn. But other than that, I would think it's like wood
Yeah.
water or leftover tea or something.
Now, Neil, is this your favorite
Yeah,
so
I
far?
was thinking it's like tea aged in a barrel. It's just,
Okay. All right.
it's not bad. I mean, it's just not.
Yeah. Well, Jason W.
Not much of a nose, not much flavor. It kind of almost reminds me of that kid that got picked last when they were picking teams. It's just whatever state this is from, they're like, I guess we gotta take you. You're the last one.
Ooh,
Now it's going to get a pity vote.
Yeah. We'll see. All right, let's pour D. I mean, of course, we're bourbon drinkers. We always look at colors. D looks promising, right? I mean,
Yep.
there's looks to be some hope coming up, and C doesn't look bad either. C is definitely darker than the other two. B is the lightest of the group. These next two look. C looks darker, and then D looks even darker than that. But let's talk about C. We've got D poured now; it's in the glass. We're talking about C.
Finally get a little caramel on the nose.
Yeah.
Might be from
Definitely.
Kentucky.
there we go. This a little more traditional.
A little more traditional.
The horse that pulled this barrel ate some Kentucky hay.
Yeah, boy, there's something there's a note there that I wish someone would get.
So far, this is my number one.
It's leading.
The first one reminded us kind of the fruit juices. This one reminds me more of the actual like cut into the apple. That
Okay.
smell of the flesh itself.
Yeah.
I get that in maybe a little hay before you turn it the first time,
Okay.
right after you cut it.
I agree with the apples.
Fresh
and
green hay.
fresh green hay.
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's try it. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got going on. I mean,
Now we're talking.
yeah, now we're talking.
Now we have bourbon.
Yes. And, feels better in the mouth. The viscosity is better than the other two for sure. Yeah, this one is, that's good. It's good.
Has definitely more finish than the other two.
More finish. Sweet, caramely. Yeah, that's good. It's good.
Yeah, I think this one on round 2 may go caramel apple in a very nice way.
Caramel apple. Yeah.
A little layer on it.
Yeah.
All the moat.
Mr. Bill, let's check in with you. What are your thoughts on this one?
I like it. So
Okay.
far.
Okay. All right. This is one that's at least
Well, let's just give it one thumb. for
one
now.
thumbs up. Okay. Yeah, we'll
For now.
Beat A, so you were right about your prediction about A now.
right. Yeah. All right. James will check in with you.
Definitely better.
Mm-hmm.
Little dry. I mean, still a little dry. Definitely get a little bit of that caramel sweetness that I would expect. Still not jumping out at me though.
Okay. Jason W. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
I get the apple. I get a little bit of sweet. It lingers in the mouth a little bit more, spice or whatever. It's it's good. Definitely different than the first two.
Yeah.
I like it.
Watch it, dude.
Jason S.
Red shirt too.
Yeah, this one just screams just classic notes for me. I mean, if anything, it makes me think like Maker's Mark.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
that apple flesh, little bit of grassy notes, little bit of barrel on it. not too much of anything. It's still, I mean, it's a light proof, easy drinker. But for being that easy drinker compared to the previous two, I mean, it's walloping a lot of flavor in there.
Yeah. Andy, how about you? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I would concur that I think it's very classic, and I think compared to the first two, this one really shines.
Okay.
But I think you know, as far as having anything that really particularly stands out, nothing grabs me, but it's
Right.
definitely much more robust than the first two.
Yeah. Neil, how about you?
I'm happy with this one. This one kind of reminds me a little bit more of home.
Okay.
It's got good balance, got a good finish.
Okay. And last but not least on this one is Melanie.
I think I agree with Neil and don't really have anything different to add than what's already been said.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, let's set that aside. Put C aside. We're going to pour E, get E in the glass and ready to go. And then we're going to grab letter D. D is up next. Let's talk about this one. Oh, this is clearly Neely Family Distillery.
Yeah, there's the vanilla.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on here.
Yep. And yes,
Yeah,
Steve, yes.
yeah. Pie crust is on the nose.
Mhm,
I like this.
mhm.
I didn't say I like it. I like this. That's different. Your trademark did not win that. You wouldn't win that, Bill. You'd just be wasting your money.
I'd still take you to court.
Still worth trying.
Yeah, just throw it out there. Hopefully I back down and then he wins by default.
$20.
All right.
No.
He's got the bigger lawyer.
Yep. That's what it come down to. That's how that stuff works, really.
Hmm.
Evan Van Squik is always, saying stuff like that. Like, you could go after Maker's Mark and you're right. I'm like, oh yeah, you could win against those guys. Sure. But to put up my house, everything I owned, and then when I'm out of money, it's still going on. They just keep the things going. There ain't no way you can beat any of those big guys.
Yeah, it's the pie crust, but it's when you take your pie crust and you actually sprinkle the white sugar right on top of the crust
Mhm.
before you put it in the oven.
Yeah.
I get the uncooked pie crust, but it's not.
Yeah.
unpleasant.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's good. Uncooked pie crust.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, let's taste it. See if it bakes on the taste. Let's see what we got here. We got our pie crust ready to go. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's got a good flavor profile.
Yeah.
Finish is pleasant. Does feel like it would be a nice enhancement to many different cocktails.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the first one where the palate and the nose are just really lining up.
Yeah. Andy, what are your thoughts on this one, man?
Yeah, so when on the nose, I get like donut, like
Yep.
fresh baked donuts.
Okay. Yep.
And it's a little more substantive on the palate.
Yeah.
It just feels a little heavier. Feels like it's got a little more weight to it, which I like.
Yeah.
And the finish, it lasts a little bit longer. So
It's kind of
Right
got
at the
that
end.
rye tingle at the end where it
Yeah.
just kind of, it seems like
Yeah.
it's going to be, I don't know. Again, I can say this stuff because I'm not trying to steer you because I don't know what it is either. It feels like it's a high rye bourbon
rye.
to me is what I feel like. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's got some spice to it after,
If
especially.
it's a rye, it's a gentle rye.
Yeah. James, how about you, man?
Pie crust, yes. Spicy, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is I get a little bit of that apple too on
Okay. It's been kind of a
Taste of it.
central theme tonight. Yeah.
yeah.
Lots of apple notes.
A lot of apple notes, but a nice apple. Yeah.
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 Jump up to Mike.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I mean I think the sugared pie crust is all over it, but I do really like the finish hanging around. This is one you don't mind hanging around either.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could make some candy out of this, and
Candy.
well, I wouldn't have to miss weekend events because I wouldn't have to work anymore.
Yeah, Melanie, what do you think about this one?
I think this is the best one so far. It's balanced, but it's also kind of complex. It has different layers, and I think it has more going for it than the others.
Yeah, there's a little bit for me. Everything everybody says about there's a little cherry lifesaver in there too. I'm finding a little bit. So
Yeah, maybe on the finish. Yeah.
Yeah. Neil, how about you?
Yeah, I get the sweetness, but it's not a candy sweet for me. It's just it's a very pleasant sweet, and somebody said something about apple. I think it goes into apple, almost an apple aftertaste after a good finish.
I'm enjoying the flavor across the palate, which is nice. Some we talked about was sweet on the front of the palate, which is nice, and then it ends on a tannic finish. That's not good. That's not what you're looking for. But this carries, it's solid. No holes in it. So that's
maybe a little honeysuckle.
Yeah,
just a little.
Yeah. Jason W. Oh, you're on mute, I think. Yeah, you're on mute. I'm sure it was really good stuff. He's still on mute. Man, it's he. I bet you that was the tasting notes.
It was the best. That there would have been, all year long.
Oh yeah.
But no, I mean, I think it's really good. I agree with the pie crust, but I feel like I'm also getting some type of grain, like some malt or something like that on the nose. But I like the finish, and it's has a little spice to it, little finish hangs around. I mean,
yeah, that's good.
Digging this one.
Very good. All right, we'll jump up to Mr. Bill.
I would say that this one is now in first place.
Whoa.
And C is now in second.
Right. Thank you for the update. Breaking news there. So, all right. Appreciate that. And last but not least is Jason S.
Yeah, I'd say this is the first one where I'm actually getting harmony in it. There's definite sweet and baking spice and bitter tannin, the barrel tannins. But the three of those things are kind of working in harmony together rather than fighting each other.
Yeah. Good way to state it for sure. All right, put that one aside. We will come back to it as we go through the second time. But for now, we're going to taste F. So we will pour F into the glass. Set F aside, though, for now. And we're going to talk about E. E is the one we're going to be talking about. So, okay. Banana E on the nose.
Oh,
yeah.
This
Like
may be
banana
the
bread
third
without
Kentucky.
spice.
Yeah, it's kind of an artificial banana, like banana
like
taffy or something.
banana runts or banana taffy, one of those, something like that.
like a Play-Doh.
We've had this before.
You think we've had this one before?
I do think so.
We might have.
Yeah, Jason, I'm getting that kind of alkali, Play-Doh-y kind of.
Play-Doh. Couples said Play-Doh now.
Yeah. I don't know what it
Another
was.
wheel.
Said it.
Yeah. Anybody else grew up in a household where you couldn't afford Play-Doh? Your mom made it for you?
Yeah, that was the best kind. She made it with honey. You could eat.
Your mom's like,
I couldn't afford that either.
My mom was like, oh, I can make Play-Doh for you. We don't need to buy that. The can. I'll make that for you at the house.
It wasn't the Play-Doh that was the problem. It was the colors.
Right.
Those
Yeah.
things died quick.
She would get out the dye and it wouldn't be
18
right.
different variations of beige.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
the real Play-Doh tastes better.
Have any color you want as long as it's brown.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
It
really
didn't
messed
matter.
up.
You bought real Play-Doh after an hour. It was all brown anyway.
That's
It all
true.
got globbed together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Play-Doh. Oh, man, I remember when they came out with that fuzzy pumper barbershop. I had to have that thing, man. Oh man, you just sit them on the barber chair, crank the thing, and the hair sprouts out.
Wasn't it satisfying just taking a knife and just scraping it off?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh.
I should have been a model.
All right, let's taste this one. See what we got here.
Hmm.
It's very banana on the palate.
Banana. Yeah, definitely. Definitely got banana and maybe high karate aftershave.
Oh,
It's like some 1970s aftershave going on there. A little bit.
I'm finding the banana, but I'm also finding like a candy cinnamon undertone.
Okay. Okay.
Not like a spice like you'd find in banana bread, but more of a candy cinnamon.
Candied cinnamon. Okay.
the candy cinnamon Play-Doh.
Candy cinnamon Play-Doh.
Homemade, made by mom.
Flavored Play-Doh.
It just takes one Red Hot. That's all you need.
That's the key to everything tonight. One Red Hot.
Homemade circus.
In the whole barrel.
Yeah. Mr. Bill, what are your thoughts on this one as you taste it?
It does taste better than the real Play-Doh.
Okay.
It's
Spoken
not bad.
from
There's nothing
experience.
offensive about it. It's
Yeah.
you know,
To me, it yields the banana taste throughout, even on the aftertaste. Even as after I've drank it, I'm kind of breathing. I'm like, there's a little banana now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I get the banana on the aftertaste.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Is
It's
where
pretty wild.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here as Bill's talking. I'm like, oh, bananas. Okay. Yeah. Jason S., what are your thoughts as you taste this one?
Yeah, this one's going back and you've got bitterness and you got banana, but they're fighting each other instead of working together. And so I get one then the other, and yeah, it's that lack of balance makes it kind of more unpleasant.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like there's some potential there, but yeah, maybe didn't live up to it quite as it could be. So we'll check in with James. Just had a taste of it here. See what he's getting off that taste you just had.
I'm getting a little cherry too.
Okay.
Right? Like that chocolate covered cherry sweetness.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it's just kind of hovering.
Yeah. Yeah. Chocolate covered cherries. Remember, you get those. There's like two type of fluids in there. There's like this clear that's more towards the top, and then there's a sweet, kind of milky that you get in there too.
Depends on how long they've been sitting, but yeah.
True. Yeah. Yeah. How about you, Andy?
Yeah, me.
You're on mute.
I was gonna say, I agree with the cherry note that definitely on the finish in particular, kind of like a candy cherry. Like, we used to have those candy cherries that we would get in school. And that's what,
Yeah.
especially on the finish, really strong.
Okay. Melanie, looked like you were enjoying some there. What do you got?
Yeah, it's like artificial banana, and yeah, I might be good. If you have other things mixed with it to cover up the flavor, but
That's a ringing endorsement. Right on the bottle. Just buy other stuff so that you can
well with
cover the
others.
flavor. Yeah. Get like a tiki drink where they got like 32 ingredients in there.
all right.
Yeah, those are funny.
yeah.
Neil, how about you?
Yeah, I'm with Jason. I think it's two different flavors that just aren't playing well together. It's kind of like homemade circus peanuts.
Homemade circus peanuts. Okay.
If you tried to replicate that, but it didn't really come out the same.
Yeah.
It's something just can't put it together. Yeah.
Okay. Jason W., we'll check in with you last year.
Yeah, I agree with the artificial banana. I mean, I get it on the back end, and maybe even a little, as it lingers, a little bitterness coming in there as well. So
Okay. All right. We'll put those aside and we'll talk about F, last but not least, on the F.
F to you.
I got caramel corn.
Caramel corn.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely more traditional bourbon
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah. Caramel corn for sure.
Yeah. I'm getting the buttered popcorn. The caramel's not there yet.
Butter, popcorn. Okay.
Mhm.
Interesting. All right. Let's taste it. See where we're at. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
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 It's interesting.
Yeah.
I really want this to line up a little more,
Yeah.
but it's not bad.
There are a lot of different flavors there, which is good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
trying to have a finish, but it seems like it's just not getting there.
Yeah. Yeah. That kind of start stop thing. Neil.
I would describe this not the traditional, smooth, but smooth.
Yeah.
It's kind of sweet and leathery at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. Melanie.
I think it's more balanced than a few of the others. Don't really have any prominent flavor. It's okay.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
Bill.
That was not copyrighted.
No, you're perfectly fine. Nothing he can do. Jason S.
This one I'm getting, it's all corn and barley. Like I don't even know if there's a third grain in there.
Yeah.
Wheat or rye. I taste barley and I taste corn.
Right.
And neither of them is unpleasant, but it does, like, I'm waiting for the third grain
Yeah.
Yeah.
to show up.
Yeah, needs a little something more.
Yeah.
Either some spice or some sweet. I think either of those with this would go good. Like if you added a nice rye spice or a wheat sweetness, all of a sudden you'd have, you'd have kettle corn, or you'd have some spiced, just some good baking spices on there.
Yeah. Jason, how about you, man?
Yeah, I'm not getting a whole, the flavors aren't really popping for me. It's not bad. It's an easy drinking, but I'm not getting a predominant flavor one way or another. And the second sip I had seems like it wanted to kind of give me that, spice note from like a rye, but it just died off. So,
Yeah. James, anything to add to any of that?
I definitely get, it's funny. I still get the caramel corn on the nose, but I get more of the buttered popcorn in the taste. But that's really the only thing to add.
Okay.
It's like the caramel went away when I tasted it, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Okay. Andy, check in with you.
So for me, it's kind of like especially on the finish, it's kind of like a flat cream soda.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not, we've had bad. This is not bad. So yeah. Bill, your thoughts on this one?
To me, it tastes like an artificial pina colada that went bad.
All right. That went bad. I think it didn't kill enough with the artificial pina colada, but it's now gone bad too. Okay. All right. Last but not least, Mike Gascamp. It's your favorite?
Lots of buttered corn. I'm kind of going with Jason on the where's the other grain. So it's like cornflakes and grape nuts, but no Wheaties or no rye. It's just kind of, I don't know. It was promising and then kind of fell a little flat on the palate for me.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So what we'll do next, we'll start all the way back at the top. We're going to go all the way back to A. This time it's going to be a higher level. I'm not going to call on anyone individually, but that being said, we do want to note anything that's changed for better or for worse as we go through these, because we will talk nosing and tasting notes. Again, not calling out anyone individually. So if you've got something to add to the official record, please state it for the group. Let's start with A, talk about the nose.
It doesn't smell as fruity. It smells like marshmallow now.
Yeah, I could see that. Marshmallow. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's like colored marshmallows, like
Yeah.
different colored marshmallows.
I'm not getting any of the fruit that it was the first
Right.
time.
Right.
Yeah, it's all sugar now.
Sugary. Mm-hmm.
Like a bag of sugar.
Bag of sugar. Maybe a bag of vanilla sugar. I mean, I'm getting a little vanilla on there, but. All right, let's taste it. See what we got.
Yes, I moved it up, and then the finish happened, and I moved it back down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The finish is sad on that. So yeah.
The nose and the palate are still out of balance the second time around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not at the bottom,
Yeah.
but it's not far off either.
Right. There's a few things to like in there, but overall, just doesn't quite get it done.
It's moved up. It's better than a long shot in a 1-horse race.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm getting like an artificial sweetener aftertaste on it.
Yeah.
You ever have like
Yeah.
a cooked Diet Coke? Diet Coke could have been.
We all need to do that and get back together.
Yeah,
I have
when-
not had
when-
a cooked that.
When you use a
Diet
Diet
Coke that's
Coke
been
to glaze
sitting
your
in the car
ham,
in the
yeah.
sun, yeah.
Diet Coke to glacier. You don't do that.
There used to be, when I lived in Louisville, I worked downtown, and there's this little convenience place, but they'd always put their excess Coke, Diet Coke, and everything in the hallway. Well, the problem was with the Diet Coke, especially if you get anything with aspartame above like 100 degrees, it permanently bitters it. Like it
Yeah.
destroys it. I mean, technically in high enough doses, it'll kill you.
Ooh.
But because they left it out in the open, like you didn't drink from there.
Yeah.
Not during
Yeah.
the summer.
Not during the summer anyway. Yeah, that finishes.
It tried.
It
Yeah.
tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, like McNew, it tried. All right, let's move on to B. B.
Not to be.
Well, it's only one direction.
Yeah. That one doesn't
There's no
change.
nose now.
Mm-hmm.
Barrel tea. We're starting a company.
Barrel tea. Welcome to Barrel Tea. How can we help you?
It's about as inspired.
That's how
We
you
train
train all the
everyone that
employees
works
to be.
there to have that level of enthusiasm.
Yeah, it's,
You could talk.
yeah, you got to be on permanent EOR to work at Barrel Tea.
All right, let's taste the Barrel Tea pick. Here we go. Man,
I mean, there's trying to be some sugar candy in there, some cooked brittle, something. It's trying,
it's trying.
but I don't.
It's
think-
sweet, but it
it's
tastes
quite
like
like-
sweet water. It's
Yeah. That would be
it's-
interesting to, I don't know, boil the water out of it and then
yeah.
deglaze what's left with like real bourbon. And then
What's left after you remove the water on this one? I'm not
Boil
sure.
the water out of the
Yeah.
water.
boil
Yeah.
the water out of the
Brown
water.
residue.
Yeah, this is diet bourbon.
Mhm.
It's diet water.
But it's like diet Shasta bourbon. It's not even.
It's Diet Shasta bourbon.
It's bourbon light.
All right.
I'm
Well, we're-
struggling with- did that even get to 80 proof? Is where I'm struggling. with.
right. Yeah. Everything about it, the taste, the feel, the taste, everything tells you that's watery. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. The look of it.
So the first one tried, this one tried a little harder, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, we're gonna hit a couple good ones. At least we like these going through the first time. Let's see what we got on C here.
Yeah, that apple's still there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That flesh.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost gone a little more to me. It's almost gone a little more cidery though, like a little more like a little ferment note
A
on
little
there.
fermented. Okay. Yeah. So man, a little fall note. All right, let's taste it. Let's see what we got.
Legendary apple somehow.
I mean, it's good. I mean,
It's fermented all the way through.
fermented all the way through.
Seems like I'm picking up some cinnamon this time around.
Yeah.
This is almost this almost drinks like Applejack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sticks with you a little bit, which is interesting. Is that bad?
It's bird dog apple, isn't it?
This is bird dog apple. That's the big reveal. Ladies and gentlemen, bird dog apple.
That could be a band.
Yeah. I do like
Probably
the
is.
spice. It sticks around on your tongue with this one. So
Mhm.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right. Set that one aside and move on to D. Let's see what we got here with D.
Yeah, they're pie crust.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's that pie crust. That's good, man.
A lot of caramel.
Yeah.
Even
Like
even
pancake.
sliding into a little maple syrup.
Yeah. Yeah. That could be. Yeah. With pancakes in there too.
Yeah.
It's on the
Yeah.
pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
So-
more mapley the second time.
Pancake
Yeah.
donut in a pie crust, drizzle some
Yeah.
maple on top.
That's solid on the nose.
May not drink very well, but damn, I'm hungry now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
all the stuff that's bad for me for breakfast except biscuits and gravy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bourbon
Everything-
tastes like that. Something's gone wrong.
Uh-huh.
Definitely pulling that one out in one of these tastings in the future. You know, I'm getting a biscuits and gravy pie with
Biscuits and gravy note.
Biscuits and gravy pie.
Yeah.
You know, that was funny when that show Moonshiners first came out,
Yeah.
like the first season, and you had the two revenuers that were chasing them.
Yeah.
Me and a buddy that were into that was our nickname for the revenuers was Biscuit and Gravy. It's like that just fits.
Mm-hmm. Anything to note on the taste on this one?
It's a nice hug.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah, there is.
Yeah.
This is the only one that feels like it's in perfect balance.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's finally tuned. Yeah.
I would spend money on this one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you're right, Mike. It's of the ones we've had, this is the only one that I would actually say, what is this? Because I want to go buy it.
Okay.
Yeah, this one so far to me is the only one that's gotten stronger. Like the nose has improved.
Mhm.
And it hangs out a long time, like on the roof of your mouth. It just
Yeah.
keeps going and going.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, the time was good to the hug.
yeah. Yeah, it really lasts a long time.
It's like that one red hot that you hang on too long to.
We're saving to put in that barrel. We decided to eat it early. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's move on to E. One
No,
last
I want to
look.
stay with D.
One last look at E.
Still banana, but not as strong as the first time.
Yeah, but still that fake banana though. It hasn't turned
Faux
into real
banana.
bananas yet. It hasn't grown up to become a real banana yet. It's just
Yeah.
still Laffy Taffy banana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, let's try it. That's Laffy Taffy bourbon. I mean, you could brand this Laffy Taffy and it would work.
Well, this is the banana version of Screwball.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would drink this before Screwball. I'll say that to its credit.
Well,
At least this is really some whiskey here, Screwball and all that stuff.
it is real whiskey.
Yeah.
It could have fooled me.
Yeah. Well, have you tried Screwball? Ugh.
Yes, I gave it away.
Ugh. It's bad.
It's
Actually, I
not
guess
bad
this is a
if you
little
treat it
better.
as a liqueur. Like if you
Right.
make it old fashioned and only add like a quarter of an ounce or half ounce of it.
Yeah.
I mean, like a peanut butter milkshake.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be good in that. A boozy milkshake, it would work. But
Yeah.
man,
Just to get it straight
somebody's
on
like, let's sit down and drink 4 or 5 of these, just neat. There ain't no way.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you
Teeth
need
would
to
fall out of my head. It would be horrible. Yeah.
you take Screwball and use that as your base for Bananas Foster sauce.
Hmm.
And then, plus you
Yeah.
get to set shit on fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
don't
do
think
shots.
Screwball
I do
catch on
shots of
fire.
it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if Screwball would actually catch on fire though.
Yeah. That's part of the problem.
Once you boil a lot of water out of it, you can get it
Okay.
to catch.
Boiling water out of a lot of stuff tonight. So, yeah. All right. Let's
I
set-
agree with you. I agree with you. If this was a single barrel that we had to name, I would name it Laffy Taffy.
Yeah. Laffy Taffy.
And a Laffy
Boom.
Taffy.
Yeah. Yep. All
Maybe
right.
crying taffy.
Let's set that aside and we'll move on to the last one of the night. That is F. Let's talk about F. Man.
See, this one it reminds me of the old joke of the parents who aren't mad, we're just disappointed. You had so much freaking potential.
Right.
And you're wasting it.
Right. Not bad.
What do you want to do with your life?
You could have been a contender.
Yeah.
Go in the Air Force.
I think this has gotten even. I thought it was musty to begin with, and it's still holding out. It opened up, but it's still musty.
Musty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm getting that. But what's making me think barley
Yeah.
Barley.
is that exact musty,
Yeah, the must.
funky.
I was thinking buttered popcorn around the first time, but now it's like really salty buttered popcorn.
Like celery salt, like you put on
Yeah.
the Chicago style hot dog.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, let's taste it.
Do we have to?
Yeah. It's a magic trick. It disappears.
Got nothing.
It's almost
Yeah.
like salted watermelon.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
not much
And
there.
zero finish then. Zero. There's nothing there.
I don't know if it's got enough proof in it. Maybe you could replace your scope. That
Maybe.
might help your gums. Maybe. I don't
No.
know.
Anything else on that one? All right. Well, we've gone through these 2 times. Now the power lies within the hands of the judges. We've done what we needed to do in terms of a group. Now it comes down to the individuals. So it's up to you guys to rank these 1 to 6. Put them in the order. 1 is your favorite, 6 being your least favorite of the evening. And now I'll sit silently, giving you a few moments, precious moments of work time to put together what you need to do so we can score this and find out what the winner is. That's why I'm sitting here silently and not talking, not saying a word, just letting you guys do your thing. Quietly sitting here, just watching, thinking things. I'm thinking right now, but I'm not saying anything, just thinking stuff. So just quiet, watching you guys, letting you work. Deeper you go into the trance, deeper, still deeper.
Way down.
Yeah, yeah.
Is anyone else having trouble with 3 and 4? Like my 1 and 2 and my 5 and 6 are easy.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
tough
you're right,
ones.
yeah.
Go
Yeah,
two.
yeah,
That's some
right,
tough
yeah.
ones there.
I got 1
Yeah.
and 2, and then a 4-way tie for 5th and 6th.
I'm thinking
I-
The ones we'd spend money on and the ones that we won't spend money
Right. Very interesting.
on. It's like I tell people, if you give me a Likert scale that's 1 to 10, I'm not going to do anything with it because I don't know what the difference is between a 3 and a 4.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Seems like there's still some activity working there. A few look like you're done. Others are still writing and such. It's a difficult night, and we want to get it right. This is big, right? Kentucky bourbon, Tennessee whiskey. I mean, this is a dividing line. Yeah, this is one where someone will, draw a line and not cross that line. There's for certain drinkers. Others of us, we wander across that line and we say we can try both. We like both, but there are some that don't. They like Tennessee whiskey or they like Kentucky bourbon. That's it.
Can we go back to B for a second?
Okay.
I just wanted to add one last note.
Okay.
On B, no, wait a minute. Yeah, on B.
Ooh.
B.
Yeah.
If water were to drink this sample, the water would say, "Damn you, watery."
He's here all week, folks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boom.
Now,
Yeah,
someone
but-
remind me from legally speaking, we were talking about color on a couple of these, but legally speaking, Tennessee whiskey can add color. I don't know if anybody that is.
No.
I've
Legally
never heard of
speaking,
anybody.
Technically,
Yeah.
well, that's the weird thing is like,
No.
as soon as you call yourself just whiskey, you can add flavoring and you can add coloring, but I don't know of anyone that actually is.
No. The rules for Tennessee whiskey are the same as bourbon, except Lincoln County process and produced and aged in Tennessee.
Yeah,
The state law itself doesn't mention anything about flavor or color.
it
That's the
doesn't.
problem with it.
It's weird,
Well, now I
right?
gotta go look that up, yeah.
But the government does count it as bourbon. So that
Only if it's being traded internationally. So if it's anything that's sent to Canada or Mexico through NAFTA, it is legally just defined as bourbon made in Tennessee under NAFTA.
Right.
But anything
Yeah.
sold inside the US, that wouldn't apply. This is where like dumb wording is like weird of is we it's as soon as you take away the protection of the label bourbon, you could technically do anything. That's why, I mean, for years and years there was a big rumor that Jack Daniels was flavored and colored, and then they were like, no, we don't add anything to ours, and they're like, no, we don't believe you.
Interesting. All right, are we ready to do some scoring? So I will I'll start at the top of my list. I don't know what order this is in. It's just the order that it came out on. So Andy, you are first on my list. How did you rank these?
Okay, so I have D as number 1,
Okay.
C as number 2,
Okay.
E, F, A, B.
Okay. Bill, I've got you next.
Okay, Delta, Charlie, Alpha, Bravo, Echo, Foxtrot.
Okay. Jason W., you're next on my list.
Delta, Charlie, Echo, Foxtrot, Bravo, Alpha.
Okay. Mike.
Delta, Charlie, Echo, Alpha, Foxtrot, Bravo.
Right. Next up is Melanie Robinson.
Delta, Charlie, Alpha, Bravo, Foxtrot, Echo.
I think I need to have you start that again. Sorry, I got lost in the military there.
D is a dog.
Okay. Yep.
C,
Yes.
A,
Okay.
B as in boy,
All right.
F, E.
Okay. Perfect. Next up is Neil.
Delta, Charlie, Alpha, Foxtrot, Echo, Bravo.
Okay. James.
Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Charlie, Bravo, Alpha.
All right. Jason.
DC, FE, BA.
All right. Did I miss anyone? Okay. All right. Okay. James, let me get yours one more time just to make sure I got that right.
Delta,
Okay.
Echo,
Okay.
Foxtrot, Charlie, Bravo, Alpha.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just give me a second here to write this down. It's clear cut, so that's good. Okay. Again, I'm going to be sharing this in just a second here, but you're not going to know anything but the letters. We'll have no idea how many bourbons or Tennessee whiskeys have made it. Alls we'll know is what by letter is moving on to the finals. I will share all this at the end, though. You'll get that. All right. So here's what here's what we've got here. Starting in sixth place. So sixth place. Just doing that there. Okay, sixth place with just 15 points was B. I don't think that's a big surprise based on the how the tastings went. In fifth place, probably also not a surprise, was A with 20 points. A with 20 points. And in fourth place, here's where the tough cut is, because this is the last one that doesn't go to the finals, but that was F. F had 22 points. That one will not be going to the finals. These other three will be. And again, it's a fresh start when they get to the finals, so anything can happen. But in third place was letter E with 25 points. In second place was letter C with 38 points. And then finally, last but not least, in first place was letter D with 48 points. 48 points. So that is our champion for the evening. So there we go. Part one in the books. How about that? So we'll see what happens, and we'll see. I'll have to take a sneak peek and see what we've got. It's going to be fun. It's always interesting to do these things blind, and that's what we've done tonight. So it's part one. We'll have part two next month, and then the conclusion will happen in September. So should be fun stuff. So there you go. There is part one of Kentucky Bourbon versus Tennessee Whiskey. So we'll see what happens. I thank you guys for being part of this. I'll turn off the recorder. We'll say goodbye to the at-home audience. See you guys. And I'll stick around to answer any questions you got, talk whiskey, whatever you want to do. But until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
The first thing I'll say, Jason, I apologize because I just